These are all these messages are like different lengths because some of y'all really don't need that much info. Some of it's really straightforward. Another is like a little bit, I don't know. Anyways, this one we're going on to earth signs because we already finished fire and air. So Taurus, we're starting with Taurus. Alrighty. What's being put out for Taurus? Alrighty. Just gonna find, we're gonna go with it. We got 2 for what's being cut out. Oh, bugger. What? 2 for everything. You don't need to clarify that because that. Alright, so for what's being cut out, we got the Prince of Discs and the 4 of Wands. So that to me represents like giving to the wrong people. Yeah. Okay, thanks for the other 2. Yeah, and Heponic. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Alright, so we got the Prince of Discs and the 4 of Wands. And basically giving too much. Giving too much. Not just to like the wrong people, but giving more than what you need to. Sometimes we like want to share everything. Or maybe we've been taught to always give as soon as you get something. That's not what's being asked here. You have to build a foundation for yourself first. You give from your overflow, not as soon as you get something. As soon as you feel like you got some kind of abundance, you don't need to be just giving that up to the world. And with this card, like you see, he's like standing on a pinnacle here, and he's got 2 others next to him, and then he's giving up this one. So for me, that represents you need to build for yourself and ensure that you have more than enough before you start giving to anybody else. Because this is really giving like we're not doing that anymore. We're keeping for ourselves, and then once we have more than enough to where, you know, whatever we're giving will be like giving a penny out of like $1,000. It won't really make that much of a difference. Then that's when you can give. Because you don't need to buy people's love. It's not necessary. It's not. And what I'm getting is like what's coming in. We have the Prince of Cups in reverse and the Tower. And so by holding back like your giving of like physical items or even like your presence, by holding back from giving to people before you have an overflow, people might feel like, oh well, you don't care about me anymore, and that's okay. Let them feel that. That's perfectly fine, because if you have to constantly give to people for them to feel like you love them, then it's not real love anyway. We're not doing that. You don't need to do that, because it's going to be a tower for them, because they're so used to you always giving and giving and giving, but you're giving to your last. You ain't got nothing left, bro. you gotta build that back for yourself, like your energy, your time, your money, whatever it is. Like, people who care about you will always want you to be stable before doing anything to help them. People who truly care. Because one thing that I've always said, because I had this problem for a really long time, where I would always tell people, you know, they were like, oh, you know, I'm about to come into, you know, all of this money or whatever, and you know, once I am, then I'm gonna help you. And I was like, no, 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 I got me. You get you. Like, I didn't care if I was struggling and I was down to my last motherfucking penny. I literally said, no, you take care of you first. You make sure you are straight. I got me. I mean, it'll come for me. I know. I know it's coming for me. That's I've never not been taken care of. But and I would always tell them, you know, you do for you. And anybody who really gives love, like unconditionally, truly, will want you to take care of yourself first. They would want you to build a good foundation first. And the tower is always something that comes down because it wasn't built on a good foundation. So they might feel like you don't love them anymore because you're not giving anymore, but that's fine. Because they don't know what love is. So they can't tell you what love is if they don't even know them damn selves. And that's being clarified with the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is an independent, stable person all by their lonesome. Like, they did it. They made themselves stable. And sometimes in order to make yourself stable, you have to hold back from giving to other people. Because there's been times where I was giving time, I was giving emotion, I was giving physical things to other people who weren't really reciprocating that energy, but like absorbing all of it, just taking it all in. And then when I decided that I was going to stop hanging out, stop getting involved with people because I needed to work on what I actually wanted to do with my life, then it became a problem. Then it's just like, oh, well, you're a bad person and you think that everybody else around you is a bad person. It's like, no, I need to focus on myself right now because I've been focusing on everybody else. It's my turn because I let everybody else go and do their business stuff and ignore me for months. But if I just be like, hey, I'm busy, I can't hang out right now, then it's a problem. No. Like, we have to, there has to be evenness here. There has to be some kind of something. You can't keep coming to me when I need to get my own shit together. So, yeah, what's being asked is that you focus on yourself. You may even have your own family, like your own built family that you are taken care of, like, and they're expecting you to even give above them, and that's not okay. Like, some people really will just take and take and take from you and then give you, like, not even the bare minimum, will give you a small crumb of what you a small crumb of what you have given them. And it will just be like, sometimes you just don't notice that it's not adding up, that the math isn't mathing. And then they'll guilt you into that like tiny crumb that they threw at you. But you're being asked to choose gentle words. So maybe you don't necessarily want to intentionally hurt their feelings, Taurus. You don't need to go the ABCDFU route, but you're being asked to use gentle words. Just, if you have to say anything to anybody, try to use gentle words. If that's not what they take, then by all means, I am an advocate for just going off. But yeah, you gotta choose you. But you are being asked to use gentle words, so don't just straight up go off. Anyway, I hope that helped. Take care of yourself.